So today we're going to unbox the 360 Robot Vacuum Cleaner. And this is my second robot vacuum cleaner. Actually my third. For the first one I bought was the Wyze Vac, which I think works really great. I've run it through some paces and I did that video on that one. Then I bought a Bob something vac from BestBuy. And I didn't like it because it just kind of randomly went anywhere it wanted. It didn't know what it had vacuumed or anything, unlike the Wyze vac that knows exactly where it's been. It maps out the floor plan and everything. So this one, the 360 Robo Vac, it was on sale again at Best Buy. It said I bought it for $249.99. Said its regular price was $349.99, and I looked it up on the internet, and Amazon was selling it for $399. So I thought it was a good deal, and I thought it was a lot like the RoboVac because it has the LIDAR feature, and it has an app that can go with it, and it's able to map out your floors. You can put up virtual walls and that kind of thing. So I thought I'd give it a shot, and because I have a two-story house, I kind of needed a vac for the first floor, which is all wood. And this one actually has a mopping feature, which might be good because in Arizona here we get a lot of dirt. So it would be nice to have that thing like mop it up. And anyway, let's start opening the box and see what's inside. Okay, let's open the box. The other thing I thought was a lot of familiar features that was on the Wyze robot also. So we'll take a look at those. But let's open the box and see what we got in here. Okay, this is pretty similar. The top piece here has got the instruction manual in it. I'm assuming all the information that's here. It's got a rather thick owner's manual, which is kind of confusing, but holy crap. Well, it looks like it's just multiple languages that you have for it. Looks like the actual American English version is only about 28 pages. So maybe that'll help a little bit. The Wyze one did not come with any instructions, so you kind of had to wing it on your own. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how that is. This looks like something for downloading the app, which we'll have to get on the phone and the iPad. And this is a quick user's guide. So that's what we got for documentation. Next thing we do is we'll open up pull this out and reveal the robot. Looks like it's got a little plastic or protection here for the LIDAR unit. And the unit itself, pretty good sized robot. I'll have to compare it with the Wyze one, but it looks like it's maybe a little bit bigger. So I'll have to do some measurements on that. Next thing we got in the box here is the mopping unit. And from what I read on this, I guess we can actually fill this with a liquid, and then this attaches to the bottom, and it cleans the floor then, which I thought was really good for hardwood floors that we have in our house. And then we got some little filter elements, which look like they go on top of the mopping unit here. And it looks like this just comes off with Velcro for cleaning. Yep, that looks like it'll come off for cleaning that. And these are these little filter elements that they gave me extra ones of. Next part of the box, I'm assuming this is the charging station. Hopefully there's an extra bristle brush in there. I don't know what we're going to have with that. Let's open up the charging station here. Okay, this charging station is really similar to the Wyze one. I almost think that this 360 company might be who they're getting their vac from, but I don't know for a fact. It's got a opening here. Looks like we can put the cover in it. The cord. And let's open up the cord here. Oh boy, we got a whole bunch of different outlet receptacles, so that I guess you pick the country that your power is on and that's what you get. It is made in China. That's it for that box there. And the charger itself here. And I see the United States version. So I will pull that out of the bag. Oh, it looks like it's double. Oh, there we go. And it looks like it just slips right up in there. So I've got the United States version set up. So I guess the first thing, and then, okay. So let's take a look at the robot itself. Unfortunately, I don't see any extra brushes, which is kind of a bummer. The robot itself does have this brush here, and in the other robot vacs that I've gotten, they've given an extra brush. I don't see that here with this one. We'll take that off. Looks like the cover opens up the same as the Wyze Vac. Lifts up here. Very, very similar chassis. And the HEPA filter right here. A cleaning brush also is included, same with the Wyze Vac. Looks exactly, almost identical as far as features to the Wyze Vac. The Wyze Vac is a little bit longer, but it's got this little razor blade in there, and I'm sure that's for cleaning the brushes down underneath. Put this back in. The HEPA filter, I'm sure, probably comes off just like, yeah, exactly just like the Wyze one does. It comes off like that. Turn this guy over. And I believe the mopping part will fit right like that. And then that will provide the mopping. Brush is pretty much the same. Opens up. Easy to remove. Put that back on. I see it's got a couple of pad holders here. Say remove before use. Pull that off. The Wyze Vac is exactly the same thing. These little foam holders, which I'm assuming this is another one of the test bars that when it's roaming around it will bump into something and either stop, reverse direction, or whatever it needs to do. So that's it. Let's get it plugged in and get it charging. Okay, I've set up the charger on the floor, and now all I got to do is put the vac, connect that, and to get the vac charging. Alright, let's do a couple comparisons to the 360 vac and the Wyze Vac. Both have got a front sensor here, and the 360 actually looks like it has a sensor over here and on the other side. Oh no, there's only one there. The LIDAR unit is up on top here, LIDAR unit's there. From a cleaning standpoint, both pick up the front cover. And like I say, the cleaning compartment is pretty close and, you know, kind of identical as far as design goes with the two. This one is a lot larger cleaning compartment. And underneath, if we flip them over, different little tires. They both got the little small round one here in the back. I told you before, both can have the bottom removed, and the brushes are a little bit different. This one actually looks like it has a screw that holds this one in. This one over here just pushed on. Size-wise, of the cleaning. The brushes here, this is about 6.5 inches, and this is a little less than 6.5 inches. The overall size of the robot itself, the 360 robot is about 13 3/4. The Wyze robot is about 13 3/8. So this one's a little bit larger in size. And I'd say now it's time to put it on the charger and get the 360 charged up. Okay, I've got the charger all set up. I plugged the cord in the back where you could store the extra amount of cord, and there is a good ample amount. I did try and turn on the robot, but it didn't turn on. So we will put it up against its charger there. And the light went off on the back charging unit when it touched. And if you just heard that now, the
robot has been switched on. Charging.
So if you just heard that, it said the robot has been switched on, charging. So we'll let it charge. The looks like the lights are kind of glowing back and forth, and I'm assuming that once those lights stay solid, that we're going to know it's charged. So we'll wait from there. Well, now we need to load the app onto our phone or iPad, and I'm going to load it onto my iPad. And I'm going to do a search, and I'm going to search for 360 robot. Okay, and it pulls up the 360 robot, the 360 smart robot. We're going to do Get, Install. I'm going to sign in with my Apple ID. Okay, and we're now downloading the app. And once it comes up, I assume we're going to just follow the instructions. So it's done opening, so let's open the app. Alright, so I got to allow it to do that. It's going to ask me for the privacy agreement, which if you don't agree, they're not going to let you use your product, so we have to agree. Okay, now I got to create a login. So let me create a login. Okay, it was a little cumbersome getting a log on. You have to put in your email address. At least that's what I chose. Then created a password, and then you get a verification code in your email address. So now we're up to a point here where it's going to add a device. So we'll click on Add a Device. And it says allow your 360 robot to use your location. I'll allow it. Local network if required. To add a robot vacuum cleaner. Got it. So it's asking me to select a device, and I have the S7, so I'm going to select an S7. And now it's telling me to press and hold the power on button for 5 to 10 seconds. And then the robot vacuum cleaner is a steady on. You'll hear a power on prompt, and then I'll come back once I've heard the power on prompt. Okay, I went over and held the power button, but it was still charging, and you got to take it off the charger. It started vacuuming, so you have to take it off the charger. So I turned it off, and then I hit the button as it told me to turn it on, so we have power on, so we're going to go to the next step. And the next step is that we have to press and hold the power on-off button and home button for 3 to 5 seconds. And then I guess it's going to tell me that the Wi-Fi has been reset. And the blinking lights will go fast, so I'm going to go over there and hold the buttons down. And we'll see what it does.
Your robot's Wi-Fi can be connected now. Please follow the instructions shown on the app to connect the robot to your mobile.
Okay, I don't know if you heard that, but it tells me to that it's ready for Wi-Fi and connect. So the things are blinking, so there I am. So I have my Wi-Fi network there, and I'm going to put the password in. Okay, one thing I'm going to say is it looks like it's going to hook up to the 2.4 gig network, not my 5 gig network, so make sure you have the right password in. Okay, so what it's telling me to do is I've got to go to settings and then connect to the 360 Robo Wi-Fi. So let's go to our settings and we'll go to Wi-Fi, and here's the 360, so we're going to connect to that. And we've connected to that. So let me go back to our app here and see what it's doing. Okay, would like to find and connect the devices on your network. I'm going to OK. Okay, now the robot over there just said the robot is starting binding. So it looks like it's slowly creeping up here. Okay, it looks like it connected.
The robot has been connected to your mobile.
Alright, so now I'm going to give a name to the device. So we're going to call it the Bat Vac. Okay, so it looks like I can hit the button and it's going to clean, but since I brought it up on the table next to me, I'm going to have to take it down before I hit that button. So it started cleaning, fairly quiet. Going under the couch, I want to move this chair. I found you got to somewhat robo-proof these crazy things. So I'll have to see how this one works and where it goes. Okay, as a follow-up, the vac did clean. In fact, I've had it clean a couple times, and I've had some time to play with the app a little bit. I like the app a little bit better than the Wyze app, and one of the main reasons is that I can make it large, and although it doesn't show it on the whole screen, I can move it around. And as you can see right here, I put in what they're calling is a no-go zone, and it's kind of nice because it is large. You can see it. It's a fairly small area, but to create one, all you do is tap on that, and this brings up then any of the ones that you do have. And you can see I have a lot of control over where I want to move it to. Create another one, you just tap on that again, and then create your size and whatever you want to do with it. So I'm just going to hit cancel. Also on this screen is the vacuum mode, and since this one has a mop, we have a vacuum and mop capability, just a vacuum mode, or just a mop mode. So that's kind of nice also. And again, just like the Wyze app, it gives you how long it was that it took to clean the house. It does divide it up into different rooms. Down my first floor here, they divided it up into 4 different rooms. So all in all, the vac worked really good, and I'm happy with it.